COVID came, March 13th, 2020. I am standing in the school district office. And just to be clear, there are some school board members that are super involved. There are some school members that aren't as involved. I was a pretty involved school board member. I went to teacher trainings. I went to all of the administrator trainings. I went and volunteered in classrooms. And I tried to learn a lot about the work that was happening in our school district so we could prioritize the funding properly. And March 13th, 2020, COVID happens, and the schools get shut down in Florida. And I just remember standing in the school district office, and it was like somebody had punched me in the stomach. Like, I felt it. I know that there are a lot of people in America that when COVID started happening had like a visceral reaction to it, where we were like, oh, this is not good. School districts do not shut down easily. They do not start back up easily. The idea that somehow we were going to transition to online learning, and all of you were going to have to somehow manage your own children and your own families and then teach kids on a computer screen was insanity. And we didn't have one-to-one devices in our district completely. And so, all of a sudden now every kid gets a laptop that they can use at home. And I'm just standing there as a school board member. I remember I wrote an op-ed and I was like, oh my gosh, there are all these kids that have been struggling with no access to technology at home. And you can see it when you go to science fair, right? You can see, and all of a sudden now, just everything, we can give them laptops. All of a sudden we have all the money to do all the things that makes no sense, right? And I have 4 kids, as I told you, and I watched this. Each of them handled it differently. My daughter was a freshman. I watched her sink into a very deep depression in her bed on Zoom school. It was awful to watch. Literally sucked all of the love of learning out of her.